shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Already streaming YouTube TV? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app, available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck, featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Degelman Industries has been manufacturing reliable, high-performance equipment for over 55 years. See for yourself with the industry-leading Degelman Land Roller. Available in sizes from 20 to 80 feet, a Degelman Land Roller decreases downtime and fuel cost and provides optimal seed-to-soil contact while reducing weeds and moisture loss. Visit Degelman.com for more information and to find an authorized dealer near you. Degelman, engineered tough. This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, and these premier sponsors. At the heart of every small town are the people that live there and the businesses that serve them. From sporting events to 4-H, Lions clubs to hospital foundations, Bassett Motors has worked for the past 23 years to make sure the heart of its area small towns continues to be the people. With over 15 employees, Bassett Motors prides itself on small town service with personal attention. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Howdy folks, it's the Caroline Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Boston breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at our salad bar, sink your teeth into our famous Caroline burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon rattling pie with a comb roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Ag producers, North Dakota's electric cooperatives remind you to watch for electric hazards. When operating large equipment, your local electric cooperative recommends using a spotter and maintaining distance of 10 feet from power lines in all directions at all times. And always consider down lines energized. Your local electric cooperative's priority is safety, the safety of their employees and you, their members. Stay safe, stay watchful. This message is brought to you by North Dakota's electric cooperatives.
NISC's culture is great in many different aspects. I like that we all have a sense of wanting to help each other out.
NISC actually means what we say. We've got our shared values, our principles of personal development from integrity to all relationships. We stand by those.
There's an encouraging and friendly atmosphere here that it's just kind of fun to be around.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
The telecast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Yes, the ball is
touchdown.
Fire, Binder missing. No, it goes in. She baked it in.
Has a 1-on-0 and throws it down again. By step back, contested 3. Dakota 3. Yes, he's feeling it, moving and grooving right now.
Slate pushing with Nelson.
Oh my goodness. One spot remains in the Region 8 championship game. Newtown awaits the winner of her second semifinal. The Stanley Blue Jays and the Kenmare Honkers on back. Live inside the Four Bears Event Center. We're happy to have you along with us. Chris Clayton here alongside Noah Reed. Well, these teams know each other well. They're both from District 16, and they played twice this year already. Kenmare won both of those games in pretty dominant fashion. Why can it be different this time? Well, I think it can be different because if Stanley plays like they did yesterday, they give themselves a chance. They had a great offense for 3 of the 4 quarters. Defense was locked down against Partial, only allowing 22 points in those first 3 quarters. So if you come out and you duplicate the kind of performance you had yesterday, if you're Stanley, that's why things can be different.
At Kenmare, though, they deserve the right to be called the favorite. They're the District 16 champs, and they beat Stanley by at least 20 both those first 2 games. What makes this Kenmare team so great?
Well, they've got a little bit of everything. They've got great guard play, and even without Kate Zemmer, a point guard who was an all-region pick last year, tore ACL in one of the early games this season, has missed the whole year. They've got good guard play with the freshman Mache Miller, Rodine, a senior. Halk has played really well this season. I mean, everyone up and down. And then you talk about Brenna Strokeland, obviously, who is just the stud of this team, averaging almost a double-double, had almost a triple-double yesterday. So it's a team that has everything from top to bottom, offense and defense. Kenmare has earned, like you said, that right to be the favorite.
They're the defending Region 8 champs. The Honkers trying to get back to state for the 2nd straight season, but they got to get through the semifinals first. It's Kenmare and Stanley from Newtown.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
At Beck Communications, we've been planning for your future. Over the past decade, we've placed nearly 200,000 miles of dedicated fiber optics in the ground. Enough fiber optic strands to circle the world 8 times. Taking no shortcuts, we connected every home and business in our service area with dedicated fiber optics. It's your personal, unrestricted, unthrottled connection to the world. Best of all, this dedicated fiber means you do not share your connection. We call this intimate dedicated connection Beck Fiber.
Hey y'all, it's Trent on the loose. I'm a 6th generation farmer, husband, patriot, father. And as much as I'd love to just sit here under this shade tree and celebrate my own place on my front porch, truth of the matter is that people don't know who, where, and how is producing their food. So travel the country with Trent on the loose, and we'll find those interesting human interest stories behind the people that bring us the efficient food supply. Trent on the loose.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app, available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
This is the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent or go to fumic.com.
Kenmare on the right. Two of the best coaches in Region 8 going head-to-head here in the Region 8 semifinals on Beck. Let's take a look at how the bracket has gone so far. Brought to you by West Dakota Chevy Dealers. It's been a very competitive tournament, as it always is. Newtown has already solidified their spot in the championship. Such an impressive performance in that first semifinal win.
Yeah, down 8 at the end of the first quarter, came all the way back to take the lead by halftime, got better and better as the course of the game went on, ended up winning that game by 17, ran away from Divide County. And I know after not looking great yesterday, Newtown was pretty impressive today on their way to a Region 8 championship game appearance on Thursday.
And this is our second semi as Divide County into the third place game that'll take place on Thursday at 6 p.m. Neither of these teams hope to be there, but that's where Divide County's next game will take place here in the Four Bears Event Center. That's the bracket for this year's Region 8 Girls Tournament, brought to you by West Dakota Chevy Dealers. Got really a great fan base for both these teams in Stanley and in Kenmare, bringing a large contingency of family, friends, parents, supporters. Should be a great environment here at the Four Bears Event Center. Our keys to the game brought to you by Evenside Senior Living Communities. Stanley and head coach Heath Hetzel, he said, I've really trusted our offense all year. It's the defense that's been a little bit inconsistent this season for the Blue Jays.
It wasn't yesterday, though. That was the thing that was so impressive. 22 points to Partial in the first 3 quarters of that game. That's a great Partial offense. Yesterday, Stanley was locked down. You need something similar like that today against a Kenmare offense that is really explosive.
Yeah, they've got players all over the court that can fill it up. Brenna Strokeland led the way with 20 points for her team, and it was especially impressive for the Honkers when you consider they were playing a Mandaree team was so good defensively.
Yeah, just, Strokeland is the one that highlights it because she went 20, 10, and 7 assists, almost had a triple-double. But it's just a whole bunch of players on that Kenmare team up and down that can score the basketball.
Strokeland did it all. 20, 11, 7. She's just fantastic, such a versatile threat inside.
Yeah, she really is, and they got out as a team yesterday in transition and ran. Strokeland with a few assists in that first half, especially that second quarter when they got out on the fast break and ran. She scored. She beat players down the floor. Just a great passer, as something I don't think she gets enough recognition for, and they were running away with that game early.
Yeah, Brenna Strokeland, all-region, all-state tournament team last year as well, leading the charge in a dominant win. Katie Wilhelmy, a really good defensive player, pretty good scorer, but I don't think anybody expected what she did yesterday with 24 points.
No, she was the story, Chris. 4 made 3-pointers. Her defense as well was just fantastic on Ivy Fox from Partial, who's one of the best scorers in the entire region. She locked her down, and not only was it the defense that she provides on a daily basis, but her offense was fantastic yesterday with the 24 points.
58-37 win in that game for Stanley, taking down Partial, and they just love to see what one of their leaders was able to do. That is our pro-seed player matchup for this game. They won't be necessarily be going toe-to-toe, but a couple of key pieces for their team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Wilhelmy, great offensive player. Same can be said about Strokeland. Like you said, they don't guard each other because they're different positions, but I think they're both going to have some big impacts in this game.
Starter is set to be announced here at the Four Bears Event Center. Let's take a look at those starting lineups brought to you by Vogel Law Firm. Katie Wilhelmy, a part of the starting 5. Leah Hetzel, leading point guard with about 5 assists per game on the season, doing a great job. Clancy Hornberger, only 7 points yesterday, but she was big time for this team offensively.
Yeah, I thought she was awesome. Rebounded the ball well, had some assists, got out and ran in transition, just has an explosive first step to get by defenders.
And it's Ava Schuster who's really led this team this year, more than 20 points per game and 8 boards per game as well, with 14 in the win over Partial. Rebecca Borer rounding up the starting 5 for Stanley. For Kenmare, Madison Moline, a little over 8 points per game, but Michelle Miller, the freshman, is such a great complement piece to Brenna Strokeland with her outside shooting.
She's an awesome three-point shooter, Chris. Almost 40% behind the three-point line. Had a great region tournament last year as just an 8th grader, and now as a freshman, she's one of the focal points of this offense.
Yeah, 11 points yesterday, all in the first half, and Kenmare was up big by halftime. Really didn't need a lot of production in that second. Brooklyn Rodine also in the starting five. Amber Hauk, one of two seniors in that starting lineup for Kenmare. And Brenna Strokeland rounding out the starting five for the Kenmare Honkers, the District 16 champs. What a job Mike Zimmer has done in his 4th year at the helm. Before his arrival, Kenmare from 2012 to 2018 didn't go better than 9-14. He gets to Kenmare as the head coach. He's 77-21 in his 4th season.
Yeah, and led them to a region championship last year after that region title win. 24-0 on this season. Lost a couple games at the state tournament, but they were great last year.
Heath Hetzel, such a great job with this team. They have turned it around. They went on a 6-game losing streak in January and into early February. Then a 4-2 stretch, including a tough win over Powers Lake to even get to this region tournament. Now they're a game away from the title game.
Yeah, the job that he's done has been fantastic with this group. Had a great game plan yesterday against Partial to just completely take Ivy Fox out of the game. They're going to need something similar today because they got a great Brenna Strokeland on the other side.
And we are set to tip it off in the Region 8 semifinal, brought to you by Dagelman Industries. Chris Clayton and Noah Reed here with you from Newtown. Kenmare, the defending region champs, trying to get back to that state tournament. A miss, and our defensive rebound for Clancy Hornberger. Jumper by Amber Hauk, that was off the mark. Catch and shoot, Wilhelmy hit 4 of them yesterday, off the heel of the rim, and the offensive board taken inside for Stanley. Now Wilhelmy, attempt 2 is through.
She has all the confidence in the world right now, Chris. She hit her first 3 yesterday, comes out on the first possession, misses her first one. That does not deter her from taking one about 5 seconds later. Good looking 3 from the top of the key.
Wasn't a great shooter from 3 throughout the season. 22%, made 18 threes in the regular season, but this postseason, she is lighting it up from downtown. 3-ball, Moline short, and another rebound for Rebecca Bohr, her second. Schuster, the team's leading scorer this year, more than 20 a game. Surveys and goes to Wilhelmy. Bohr on a post-up. Gets to her right hand, can't finish. Hauk's got the board. Or Moline, I should say, excuse me. They do get it down to Strokeland. Bounce pass off to Moline, but it's turned over.
They turn it over here, but that is why she's such a good passer, able to find somebody down low. On this end, though, it's Katie Wilhelmy right away on the first possession of the game, knocking down a 3. Hit 4 of them yesterday, comes out right away, drills 1 to start this game.
Schuster on the right wing. Stanley with a 58-37 win over Partial yesterday. Revenge for the Blue Jays in that game. They lost to Partial 69-60 in the regular season. Trying to throw it down low, but it's turned over. Taken right back. Strokeland had the steal. Quickly taken away by Hetzel. Bohr with the offensive board misses, and a foul on the rebound.
I think they get Wilhelmy on this one. No, they're actually going to call Hetzel instead. It's probably a good sign to not have Wilhelmy in foul trouble, because remember yesterday she had 2 fouls in about the first 3 minutes of the game, had to take a seat for a little bit, and they ended up bringing her back in that first quarter later on with those 2 fouls, but a good sign to not have her pick up an early one today.
Let's take a look here at how they defend Brenna Strokeland. Coming in, Heath Hetzel said, in our 2 regular season losses to Kenmare, I felt like we doubled Strokeland too much. It allowed opening for other players, and today he said that they want to try a little bit more of a man-to-man approach.
Yeah, it's interesting, and a lot of times teams will do that where they'll try too hard to take away Strokeland. That's fine because you want to take away the star, but not many teams have as much of a supporting cast as what Kenmare does, with Miller being a great shooter, Moline, Rodine, Hauk, all 4th who comes off the bench. I mean, it's a great Kenmare team. It's not just Brenna Strokeland.
Yeah, yesterday Heath Hetzel was at all costs trying to get his team to contain Ivy Fox, which they were able to do, but today they do not want to let Mache Miller and those supporting players for Kinmare kill him. Wilhelmy's hot shooting continues as he swishes the free throw. Maybe a career game yesterday with 24. Today she scored the first 4 points for the Blue Jays. Borer with 4 rebounds now. 3 ball. Hornberger off the mark. Foul on the rebound, and it's against Strokeland.
It's a good job trying to go for that rebound, but they end up getting Strokeland right there on going a little too much over the back.
Yeah, that's her first is the good news. She rips down a rebound here. An incredible game for her. In the first round, we saw a lot of that passing up the court into assists, but that time, Rodin couldn't handle it.
Yeah, she had 7 assists in the first half yesterday, Chris, and that time would have been one. Led Rodin, but it just goes right through her hands, and a Kenmare turnover. Not a great start for the Honkers offensively. Haven't scored yet more than 3 minutes into the game.
Also had 20 points, 11 boards, and 4 blocks yesterday, did Brenna Strokeland. She's defending Ava Schuster here. Schuster can't finish, and Strokeland rips down the board. Carry called against Kinmare. That's their 4th turnover already.
I've noticed this now at 2 or 3 possessions in a row. They're actually not face guarding Strokeland. What they're doing is they're face guarding her, who's the best shooter. She has 6 averages about 3 or 4 made threes a game and just a great 3-point shooter. But they're taking Wilhelmy and face guarding her as opposed to face guarding Strokeland, which is a different technique than what a lot of teams have done against Kenmare this year. I mean, if you'll notice, number 3 in blue, she is sticking right with Miller, number 11 in white, not letting her get open at all.
As Schuster with a steal, attacks, and is fouled. Pressure defense for Stanley. Couple pretty dominant wins for Kinmare over Stanley. 55-48 in January. And then in the District 16 tournament, just recently, a little over a week ago, Kinmare beat this Stanley team 56-34. The Blue Jays coming out with some intensity here, and they're up 5-0. Another offensive board. Wilhelmy, why not another 3? Timeout, Mike Zimmer. It's an 8-0 start for Stanley and the senior Katie Wilhelmy.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Katie Wilhelmy and Stanley, an 8-0 start to this game.
It's deja vu all over again, Chris. We saw it yesterday with 3 made threes for her in the first half. She is dominant right now.
And out of the timeout, another Kinmare turnover, their 5th. Mike Zimmer can't be happy with how his team has played so far. The District 16 champs beat Mandaree 51-29 yesterday.
Yeah, I can't be happy at all. I mean, just not a great start offensively. Obviously, with the 0 points, doesn't take much to figure that out, but I think they're missing a lot of assignments on defense as well, especially with Wilhelmy.
Stanley Hasn't made a region championship game since 2011. Lost to Watford City in that game. Now Heath Hetzel takes a timeout. There's only 2 seconds on the shot clock, and he wants to draw something up here with 3:24 to go in the first quarter.
Region 8 is presented by Newtown Jack and Jill. Good luck from Newtown Jack and Jill. United Tribes Technical College. United Tribes Technical College would like to wish all the teams good luck in the Region 8 tournaments. Burke Divide Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Good luck to all area teams from Burke Divide and Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Four Bears Casino and Lodge. Play hard and go get that championship from Four Bears Casino and Lodge.
A lot to cheer about if you're a Stanley fan.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? 8-0 start against the top seed in this tournament, the defending Region 8 champs in Kenmare.
Miss on the inside, and the rebound for Kenmare. So out of the time, 2 on the shot clock. Stanley had to fire one up there. Kenmare looking for their first points about 5 minutes into the game. Down low, a miss, but a foul on the nice pass across the lane. Taya Offworth, the 8th grader, will have a chance at the free throw line.
Yeah, she's just been getting better and better, and as you would expect a younger player to do, as this season has gone along, she's just gotten a lot more comfortable, getting more minutes. Somebody that's going to be around this program for a long time.
9 points yesterday. She averaged 4 points and 4 boards per game off the bench this season for Kenmare. And the Honkers remain scoreless. Offensive board, though, here, a foul on the floor off Maline's rebound. Second foul, or rather third foul against Stanley. 3 fouls apiece for these teams here in the first quarter. Strokeland on a post-up. Tough defense. Schuster with her hands high, and Boer's got a rebound.
Yeah, they're just defending everybody right now, but especially Strokeland, not giving her any easy looks on the inside.
Schuster up top to Hetzel. Leah Hetzel, about 5 assists per game to lead the team off to Hornberger. The sophomore crosses. Ripped away. Mache Miller, the freshman, takes it all the way for 2.
Well, it took them about 5.5 minutes to score, but the Honkers finally get on the board, and a great sequence to get it. You get Miller stepping in, just ripped that ball away, goes coast to coast with nobody in front of her.
That was the first Stanley turnover of this game. There's number 2, back-to-back. Strokeland takes it. Offworth down to Strokeland. One-on-one on the post-up. Boer does a really nice job. Strokeland still able to score. Wow, well defended, but the shot falls.
Yeah, that's one of those you tip the cap right there to Strokeland, because that's phenomenal defense. Didn't give her any wiggle room, and even after a couple pump fakes and a couple moves, she just had to put it up and got the bounce.
Team best 15 points, 9 rebounds per game for Strokeland this season. Schuster can't finish. And the rebound for Offworth. Up the floor, they're pushing it here with Miller. Pull up 3. Kenmare with an answer, 7 points in a row the last minute. Heath Hetzel now needs a timeout. It was all Stanley early. The Honkers with an answer. Miller, freshman, with 5 of those points.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Shea Miller, as good as it gets, just a freshman, and she has only gotten better over the course of this season.
She's provided a much-needed spark that they have absolutely needed in this first quarter. Fell behind 8-0 to start the game. Didn't score for the first 5.5 minutes, but she scored 5 in the last minute. The team scored 7, and one of those nights where it might be a game of runs.
And Miller didn't play a lot until the region tournament last year, in which she exploded in Kinmare's run to a region championship. Had some big games knocking down threes. This year she's averaged double figures. She's having another great region tournament. Good hustle by Stanley, but they turn it over off the offensive board. Travel, though, at midcourt.
Substitution, number 22, Hornberger.
I think the official thought that they might have called a timeout.
Oh.
And Mike Zimmer was saying, I didn't call one, but it might save a travel.
Inadvertent whistle?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's a huge break for Kinmare because there was a big travel right there, about 2 or 3 extra steps at half court. Now the Honkers get to keep it because of the whistle. Wow.
Off the screen, Moline. Schuster with a rebound, and she's fouled on the baseline. So it's 8-0 Stanley, about 6 minutes into this quarter. In the last 2 minutes, Kinmare has scored 7 in a row. The cliches always start somewhere. Game of runs today. Wilhelmy in and out. Every time she shoots, it looks like that ball's going in.
Yeah, Kinmare gets fortunate there. Didn't have anybody out there guarding her. Nobody was around to have a hand up, and she just missed it.
And there is a travel this time. Nothing inadvertent about that whistle. 6th Kinmare turnover. Team that only averages about 15 per game. They take care of the ball really well. Closing seconds, Hornberger 3. Yes! The sophomore buries it to break a 7-0 Kinmare run. Off the bounce, the Blue Jays up by 4.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Stanley fans feeling good. 11-7 lead for the Blue Jays after losing twice this year to Kinmare. Stanley dancing, celebrating. They've made 3 threes in that first quarter.
Yeah, Wilhelmy knocked down a couple of them. Hornberger, the one from way downtown, right at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. That was an entertaining first 8 minutes.
Wilhelmy with 7 points. Their leading scorer, Schuster, with only 1 point so far. She averages more than 20 a game. Got to feel good about that if you're Stanley. Not about that, though. Strokeland's got a steal for Kinmare. Taken right back by Wilhelmy. Attacks. And a foul, illegal screen, actually. It's against Stanley.
Yeah, a couple teams with some early turnovers to start this second quarter. Not the greatest of sequences for offenses. And yeah, Schuster right there. 23 in blue, just shielding off Strokeland and kind of rode the hip a little bit too much and gets called for the illegal screen.
So The first on Schuster. So the stars for these two teams, Strokeland and Schuster, each with 1 foul. Catch and shoot, 3-ball off the mark by Alexa Vardy. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Kinmare. 8 straight wins in this series for Kinmare over Stanley. Blue Jays haven't beat the Hunkers in 3 years. Dangerous pass across, taken by Rodin. Bounce pass over to Miller. Down to Strokeland. Little fadeaway is good. Beautiful touch from the junior.
Yeah, she's almost impossible to stop with that little fadeaway jumper like that. And you always teach, go strong, go to the basket, don't fade away. Well, Strokeland's got that strength to still make it a good shot, even when fading away. And then you add that size factor into it. Nobody can defend it.
Forth with the rebound for Kinmare. Miller left wing, a lot of space, and she hesitated and traveled. Surprised she didn't let that fly.
Yeah, as good as well as she's been shooting in this tournament and all season long at nearly 40% behind the three-point line. She should never think twice about taking a three. Let that thing fly if you're open.
And she not only shoots nearly 40% like you said, but she makes about 3 per game. So it's a lot of attempts, and she's still at about 40%. Didn't take that one. Foul on Boer's drive. It's good to see her have a chance to score. She's done a great job today with 5 rebounds so far.
Yeah, they don't ask her to score a ton because they've got other players in front of her as far as getting to the basket and shooting. But Boer is just a great player that does a lot of, you know, the things that go unseen a lot of times. And I know rebounds show up in the stat sheet, and those aren't necessarily unseen, but just a hard player, sets screens well, plays defense, just does all the little stuff for this Blue Jays team.
4 points and 5 rebound per game average this year for Boer. And she's matched yesterday's point total now with 2. Blue Jays are back up by 4. Miller, she does shoot this time, and she's got it. No reason to hesitate when you shoot like she can.
Nope, I would never think twice about it. If I could shoot as well as she could, that thing would go up right away, and that's the reason why.
She hit 3 threes yesterday. Already a couple here in this game. Schuster, jump stops. No, and the rebound for Strokeland.
They're defending Schuster really well.
All the way out in front. Tough right-hand finish by Madison Moline.
Yeah, that was not an easy play with Hornberger coming flying in there and trying to swat that ball away. Moline under control, though, got the layup.
First lead of the game for Kinmare. It went down 8-0 early. Scored 7 in a row. They were just down 4. And the Honkers with the last 5 points of this game with the ball as well. Strokeland doubled. Vardy. Back out to Strokeland. Got it. 6 all of a sudden for Brenna Strokeland.
Can't leave her alone. You just cannot help off of her. You have to have a body on Strokeland at all times.
7-0 run for Kinmare. Boer doubled. Throws it across. Hornberger. Drives. Wild shot off the mark, and it'll go back to Kinmare.
Shea Miller just so good. In transition, can step into a 3 off the dribble. Also able to shoot one off the catch. Just a variety of ways that she can score. And as soon as she catches from behind the three-point line, you have to have someone there guarding her.
On a make, I don't think I've seen her hit the rim. It is
right.
Always a swish. Nothing but net for Miller. And there you go. She missed.
Well, it's why you said on makes.
Yes.
So it's all or nothing.
Schuster, got it. Nice finish. That's the first bucket of the game for Stanley's leading scorer, averaging more than 20 points per game.
I think that's where they can get her going, is in transition, off of missed shots, off of turnovers. Let Schuster get going with that speed that she has before Kenmare's defense can set up in the half court.
Moline on a drive. Nice move, but she can't finish. Schuster trying to take on the whole defense here. Back out to Enander. Leah Hetzel hits the 3. 4th made 3 for Stanley.
Hetzel's a really good three-point shooter. We didn't see much yesterday from her as far as scoring-wise goes, but that time Schuster gets out in front of everybody, gets cut off by Kenmare's defense recovering, and then a follow-in three from Hetzel.
Tough defense by the Blue Jays. Coming off a 7-0 Kenmare run, Stanley's now scored 5 in a row. Wilhelmy, 7 of the first 8 points for Stanley, and she commits a turnover there along with Schuster, throwing it out of bounds.
It's a great pass. Hetzel steps right into it, just drills it.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Back and forth in Newtown. Wilhelmy hitting a couple threes early on for Stanley. The Blue Jays were up 8-0. Kenmare's battled back. Michelle Miller a couple threes for the Honkers.
This is such a fun game, and these are the kind of games that you love to be part of. Great offense, great players, knocking down shots. Really, really fun first half.
It's a 2-point game with a spot in the Region 8 championship on the line. Newtown with a 53-36 victory over to Vide County, already cementing their spot in the Region 8 title earlier. Moline, another three for Kenmare, their third.
Got to know where she's at. Moline's a good shooter, too. We don't talk about her as much as we do Miller necessarily, but got to know where she's at on the floor.
And Moline only made about 7 threes throughout the season, but an efficient 33% from beyond the arc. Here's Miller. Hit a three very similar to that yesterday, and it's off the mark, a bit long.
She just, for someone who's so young, a freshman, right? The way that she can shoot off the dribble, create space with a step back, it's such a pretty looking jump shot. Even when it doesn't go in, you're thinking it's going in every time she shoots it.
Always looks perfect. Hetzel, a good shooter in her own right, missed it short. And Miller, in her freshman year for Kenmare, this year averaging just a tad over 10 points per game. She's going to put up a lot of points throughout her career. You see how far out Stanley's playing her. Over to a wide open Rodine, short.
I like this from Stanley. Slow the pace a little bit. We've had kind of a hectic pace running up and down the floor, but you get an opportunity here to make Kenmare have to defend you and take some time off the clock, try to get a good look on offense.
Wilhelmy double team, spins to her right, short.
Well, that wasn't a great look, and give credit to Kenmare's defense for doing a really nice job and staying disciplined on that trip.
Strokeland throws it back out to Miller. She'll whip it down to Vardy. Great feed, who puts in the layup.
Love that from Miller, and Stanley's defense has to come out and challenge her really tight on that three-point line because of how good of a shooter she is, but she's also got that ball handling ability to drive past the defender and find a teammate cutting to the basket.
Hetzel with a nice move, couldn't finish. Schuster comes flying through, scrap for the ball in traffic. Jump ball, goal back to Kenmare. Every time it feels like one team's going to get out in front and go on a run, there's an answer. Two very well-coached teams, Heath Hetzel and Mike Zimmer, two of the best in Region 8. Shea Miller, nice pass back into the middle, and it's another possession with an assist. Miller to Offworth that time.
I talk so much about Miller's shooting capabilities because of her being a great shooter, but she has shown the last two possessions just how good of a passer she is as well.
Wilhelmy gets in the middle, floater, no, but she is fouled.
Great job by Wilhelmy. She's knocked down a couple threes. It would have been easy to settle for a jumper. Instead, gets all the way into the lane, draws the foul.
So free throw attempts 7 and 8 for Stanley in this first half. Wilhelmy with a team best 8 points in this game after 24 yesterday. Hornberger's got the offensive rebound for Stanley. Wilhelmy, long three off the mark. Hornberger again, but it's taken away by Moline. Steal in the backcourt by Ava Schuster. Hornberger fade away, yes!
Nice job by the defense. Get the steal, and Hornberg cashes in on the 15-footer.
Strokeland got to fire it up. Closing seconds, they don't get a shot off, and we got a good one. It's a 2-point game in the Region 8 semifinal. Mare up a couple.
Region 8 is presented by Newtown Jack and Jill. Good luck from Newtown Jack and Jill. United Tribes Technical College. United Tribes Technical College would like to wish all the teams good luck in the Region 8 tournaments. Burke Divide Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Good luck to all area teams from Burke Divide and Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Forebears Casino and Lodge. Play hard and go get that championship from Forebears Casino and Lodge.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, and these premier sponsors.
Welcome back to the Minot State Dome. It's halftime here on Beck Sports, and we're happy to be joined by head softball coach Nat Wagner. I'm Mick Tidrow. Well, Coach, it's great to have you with us here at halftime. Just want to start off, what's your background and what's your tenure been like here?
Well, this is my third year at Minot State. My dad taught here for 27 years, so it's a chance to come home, and I do feel like it's a family school. Prior to that, I was 3 years at Augustana, and then a year at St. Thomas in St. Paul, and a year at Valley City. So I bounced around a little bit, but this feels like home.
What's it been like to be able to be at the same school that your dad taught at?
It's huge. I mean, we talk a lot about legacy just in our program in terms of seniors and what they want freshmen, underclassmen to feel about them when they graduate. And I guess that's kind of the way I feel about my dad's legacy here. He loved his kids, love the athletes here, love the school, and so it's feel a strong sense of loyalty, and really appreciate my opportunities here.
When you talk about the legacy, what's the philosophy of your team?
Our big cultural pillars are, one, take care of each other, and then two, we want to outwork everybody else, and then third, we'll be profoundly grateful for our opportunities. So, that's something we want to see persist day in, day out, in terms of the culture that we're cultivating, right? Our kids are working really hard. They really do take care of each other, they care about each other deeply, and I think they're very grateful for what they have here.
Outside of those things, what are some successes that you've been able to point to?
I think just culture building. I feel like in year 3 we're really turning the corner that way. Very excited about our prospects this year competitively, but also feel really good about our chemistry. Just the way the kids are living our culture day in, day out. And we're becoming more consistent that way. I love what I'm seeing in practice every day.
What are some of the challenges that you've had to go through?
Obviously COVID, that's, I suppose, a little bit hackneyed now to say that, but it's true. I think as much as anything, you think about Minot State, kids aren't fleeing into a large urban area like we're here on campus. So when seasons are shortened or disrupted, I think we take a hit in terms of relationships and camaraderie and chemistry. And so just to have a quote unquote normal year is really allowing our kids to connect and really live out a full and great season.
What are some things that you try to do as a head coach to help those things become successful?
I think we, like an IV drip, we want to drip into the bloodstream our cultural pillars, right? We talk about, our goals are to make the NCAA tournament. We want to finish top 4 in the conference. We're unapologetic about that, and we're trying to drip that in the bloodstream every day. We want to, outwork the competition every day, and again, take care of each other and be grateful. And so it's part of it, I think, is just when we talk about engineering and environment as a coach, some of it's, you want to speak things into existence and get our goals out there, public, and just in the windshield as we're driving forward constantly.
On top of all of that, what are some other long-term things that you want to be able to achieve?
I think the big goal is when kids graduate here, I want them to look back over their shoulder and say, thank God I came to Minot State. That is really what it's all about. And I think if we're really, leading an intense and rich athletic life here, I think it goes a long ways towards, building an engineering experience and memories that our kids will feel that way about.
Well, Nat, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here at halftime at Minot State. Head softball coach Nat joining us here on Beck Sports. I'm Mick Tidrow. We'll come back. Second half coming your way next from Minot State at the Dome. This is the Farmers Union Insurance Halftime Report. For all of your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent or go to FUMIC.com.
Back at the Four Bears Event Center in Newtown. Don't forget, speaking of Minot State athletics, we have Minot State men's basketball tomorrow. It's the first round of the NSIC men's basketball tournament with the Minot State Beavers taking on Southwest Minnesota State. Full coverage of that game coming your way tomorrow on Beck. Well, we got a good one here. The Region 8 girls basketball semifinals. Winner of this game plays Newtown in the Region 8 title Thursday. And it's really been a story of three-point shooting for both these teams.
Yeah, Katie Wilhelmy comes in and knocks down a couple three-pointers early in that first quarter. Hornberger hits one from way downtown at the end of that first quarter. Hetzel gets involved in the action. I mean, just raining threes on both ends of the floor. Stanley's knocked down 4. They're getting some inside looks as well. This was Hornberger right before the end of the half. And then it was the defense that allowed Kenmare to get back in it. They were down 8-0 in the blink of an eye. Miller the steal. They get Strokeland, their best player, going with a couple baskets on the inside. And then they hit a couple threes as well. They had 2 threes from Miller, 1 from Moline. Like you said, it was a story of three-pointers in that first half. Both teams knocking them down, and we have a tight one through the first 16 minutes.
4 made threes for Stanley, 3 for Kenmare. The Honkers led by 8 from Michelle Miller. Stanley with 8 from Katie Wilhelmy. It's the Macarena. I haven't seen that in a while. The Four Bears Event Center in Newtown, and it's a 2-point game. Back in a few with the second half on Beck.
Already streaming Netflix? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your Epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Flag flies. Courgette wants the home run ball to JT Stokes. Looking deep. He's got Harvey. Courgette wants his second touchdown pass. Give it to him.
Look at end zone. Did he come down with it?
rush hour traffic in North Dakota. It's almost unheard of, Noah.
I'm speechless. It's something you just don't see around here, especially at this hour of the day.
Brian, can you see anything from your perspective?
Guys, I can. All of this traffic is because some doofus drove off the road.
Doofus? Well, let's hope you can help him out of there.
No.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
All right, great job.
Yeah, that went very well.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
We are rewriting Hollywood's script for our kids. I'm pop culture expert Tina Griffin, and as a former Hollywood actress, I'm giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how today's entertainment is eroding the foundational development of America's youth and how to safely navigate this pop culture chaos. Knowledge is power. Parents want solutions. It's time to get the power back in your hands and reclaim the right to decide who and what should influence your kids.
Weekdays at 2 p.m. Central Time on Beck TV.
This is the Farmers Union Insurance Halftime Report. For all of your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent or go to FUMIC.com.
Second half set to get underway. We got a tight one here in our second semifinal from the Four Bears Event Center in Newtown. It's 23-21 Honkers. Don't forget, available for free. Get it on the App Store or Google Play. The Beck Weather app for a detailed breakdown and up-to-minute information on weather in your area. Get the Beck Weather app.
You know who needs that?
Who?
Region 3, because their first 2 days
Yes.
of their tournament has been postponed due to weather, so that's been shaking up the entire Region 3 tournament. Their opening day is not till Thursday now, but you can see the full coverage of it right here on Beck.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The Jamestown Civic Center is how Region 3 is breaking down this year. And us on Beck here, we have coverage of Minot State basketball coming your way tomorrow as well. The NSIC men's basketball tournament, full week of coverage on the basketball court here on Beck. 23-21. The Region 8 semifinal, Newtown already through to the championship game on Thursday. They beat Divide County 53-36 in our first semi. Block shot inside. Nice team defense by Moline and Hauk. Sending back Wilhelmy. Kenmare, the defending Region 8 champs, a 2-point lead. Strokeland rebounds, turnaround, off the mark. Foul on the putback effort by Moline.
Really got a nice job attacking the offensive glass by a couple different players on the Kenmare side of things. They got a couple different looks there. End up getting free throws here for Odine.
Kenmare still without a made free throw in this game now. Now 0 of 3 at the stripe. Still without a miss. Rodine, though, gets her own rebound. They go back to her. Now she'll throw to Strokeland. One-on-one with Borer. And they force another miss. Strokeland has 6 points, but she's had to work for all of them. Turnover, though, by Stanley.
Yeah, she really has. And 6 points in the first half is something she does every single night. Averages 15 a game. So you hold Strokeland to 6 in the first half. I think that's a really good number for the Stanley defense. I've been impressed with the way that they've defended her down in the paint.
Kenmare 16-point second quarter. Really got it going on offense. It's turning into a really long possession here early in the second quarter. Back down to Strokeland. Pushing the back on Borer. And a minute in, already 2 team fouls on Stanley. Schuster sends that pass back.
Almost a minute into this third quarter. We've been on this end of the floor the entire time. I know Stanley's got to be a little tuckered out defending as long as they have.
Strokeland, nice pass off to Hauk, and she lays it up and in.
It's a great job moving without the basketball by Hauk. So many people draw their attention over to Strokeland, and because that, Hauk was wide open cutting to the basket.
Strokeland with 7 assists yesterday. This is her first of the game here.
Just works inside. Look at that. Schuster helps off of Hauk for a moment to try to double team. And the second she does that, Hauk with a quick cut back door, wide open on the feed.
Sluggish start really for both teams in this third quarter. Strokeland, floater, off the mark. Borer with rebound number 6. Leah Hetzel hands it off to Wilhelmy. Trying to drive inside. Fires it off glass, no good. Throw it up the floor. Mache Miller whips it all the way across to Hauk. Taken away. Hornberger, another steal.
She's so good on the defensive end of the floor because of her speed and explosiveness. Has a quick first step, just jumped right into that passing lane and read that pass perfectly.
Heath Hetzel said she is such an athlete and loves to play the game, is constantly in the gym working on it. Hornberger going to be a really good player for Stanley. Tie up gets the ball back for Kinmare. Remember that 3 she hit at the end of the first quarter? Only a sophomore. Major impact player for the Blue Jays this year.
Yeah, Stanley's going to lose quite a few players, but they're going to bring back players like Hornberger, their leading scorer, Schuster, who averages over 20 a game. It's going to be a good team for a few years.
Mike Zimmer wants a timeout. Only 2 points combined for the first 2:19 of this quarter. And it came right here on the Hauk layup.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
25-21, Kinmare with the lead over Stanley. The Honkers have already beat the Blue Jays twice this season. By 7 and then by 22 in the district tournament. Another close matchup here. Hornberger nearly gets the steal, somehow popped back to Rodin. Strokeland working inside, lost the handle, and the ball goes back to Stanley.
Good possession of defense coming out of that timeout by Stanley. Like you said, they almost got the steal from Hornberger on the first time around. Then Kinmare's fortunate to get it back, but get a hand in there, tip it off of Strokeland's leg again. It's been good defense by both teams in the first couple minutes of this third quarter.
Well, Stanley head coach Heath Hetzel, he said coming in, that was his message. His final message to the team coming out on the floor, he said, we need to defend for 4 quarters. If we do that, we'll be happy with the outcome. Even if that's a loss, he knows they're going to have a chance to win this game if they play hard defense throughout.
He was thrilled with his team's defensive effort yesterday against Partial. That's a good Partial team that scores a lot, and they locked up Ivy Fox, who wasn't able to score much. He was really happy with the way that they played on the defensive end of the floor yesterday, and I would think right now he's got to be happy with how they're playing the first 2+ quarters today.
Schuster inside, and finally Ava Schuster gets one to go. The 20-point-a-game score with only 5 so far.
Well, if you're Stanley, you're looking at that thinking, hey, we haven't even had a great game from Ava Schuster, and we're in this right now with one of the favorites to win the region. Only a 2-point game. If Schuster can catch fire and knock down some shots, Stanley's got to be feeling really good.
Strokeland, rebound, missed the putback. Rodin throws it outside. Kinmare will reset now. Strokeland back to work on Schuster. Takes the foul on the fadeaway. That's the second on Ava Schuster.
No, Heath Hetzel told us that they felt they doubled Strokeland too much in the first 2 meetings, and he's probably right because the other players hurt them and end up having some big games. But I think especially when you have somebody like Schuster who's given up quite a few inches on a height advantage there to Strokeland. If Strokeland catches that ball, and certainly if she puts the ball on the deck, you want to bring somebody down to double team. That time Strokeland had a one-on-one look, and because of it, drew the foul.
Strokeland, a 65% free throw shooter. Made the second. It's a first make from the line of the game for Kinmare. They're now 1 of 6 from the stripe.
But I do want to say how well they've defended her.
Yeah.
She's only got 7 points, and she has had to work for everything she has scored in this game.
Wilhelmy can't finish. Fight for the board, out of bounds, and Stanley keeps possession. Down to Schuster. Takes the foul inside.
They are making it a conscious effort right now to get the ball into Schuster. Whether that's outside, whether that's inside off inbounds plays, whatever, they want the ball in 23's hands, and got a bucket last possession and now a trip to the free throw line.
Hits the free throw. Schuster, just a junior, fantastic this season. Heath Hetzel said when she's really rolling and scoring, that's when we're playing well. Trying to get her going. He did say there's been times this year where teams have keyed in on her so much, it's been hard for their offense. But as the season's gone on, other players have started to step up. A lot more balance for Stanley. They're within 1 now. Fade away. Strokeland. Beautiful touch. Didn't make it, but almost rolled it through on the fadeaway. The Blue Jays can take the lead. Leah Hetzel missed the shot. Just feels like both teams are trying to get the ball to their stars. Kinmare going to Strokeland. Pass it to Rodine. Left hand, my goodness, what a shot by Strokeland.
It's unstoppable. There's really nothing you can do about that if you're Stanley's defense. The size that Strokeland has, and then to be able to score with both hands in the paint like that, it's game over. I mean, it's the ball in the paint. I don't mean now. I don't mean in a three-point game if the game's over. That's not what I meant.
Right. We had 20 yesterday, 9 so far today. Wilhelmy had such a hot start in this game. Strokeland starting to get it going for Kinmare.
I mean, just to be able to score with both hands like that is really impressive. When you can go over either shoulder and the defense can't play you one way or the other because you're just as effective going each way, really, really difficult to stop.
Well, Wilhelmy had 7 of the first 8 points for Stanley in the first quarter. She has just 1 point since. Made a couple threes early in this game. Up to 9 now.
Yeah, hit 4 threes yesterday, hit 2 threes in the first 3 or 4 minutes of this game today.
Hot shooting tournament for Katie Wilhelmy. Has Stanley within 2. Under 3 left in this third quarter. Michelle Miller, elite outside shooter, and there it is. Every time she makes it, it's nothing but net.
You cannot go under a screen with her. I don't care if you think that's the quickest way around it. It doesn't matter, because if you go under, she'll stop right behind the screen, pop a 3, and more times than not, she's going to knock it down.
Third made 3 from Michelle Miller. She's got a game high 11 points. Strokeland wants it on the post up. Powers it up with the left hand, no. Hornberger rebounds, tie up, and the ball goes back to Stanley.
This is what I was talking about. Look at the defense, goes under the screen here. Wilhelmy's got to get over that screen, because look how much space that creates for Miller to pull that three-pointer. She probably had 4, 5, 6 feet. If Wilhelmy goes over that screen, you force her to have to drive instead of be able to take that open 3.
It's the trouble guarding Michelle Miller. A slight misstep, and she can make you pay. And there's point guard for Stanley, Leah Hetzel, with a turnover there on the double dribble.
Yeah, if you're Heath Hetzel right now, you're really needing to stop. Not that this game is out of reach by any means, but you allow Kinmare to keep going and put it up to a 7, 8 point game. You're starting to get yourself into a danger spot. You want to keep this as close as possible, and this helps.
Hetzel got a steal, but Rodine tracks it down from behind to take it right back. Strokeland off to the left side. Now Moline on a drive. Blow it off and she traveled. Twelfth Kinmare turnover. Quickly the other way, a quick two, and you saw the frustration by Mike Zimmer. It's because Rebecca Borer got out in front for a layup.
Yeah, nobody on defense got back. They even had plenty of time. It was a dead ball turnover, all the time in the world to get back, and Borer still found a way to get behind the entire defense.
Second bucket for Borer, who's done such a nice job battling with Brenna Strokeland, trying to guard her down low. To the outside now, Strokeland can do that too.
That might be the scariest part about her game. You know how effective she is from 15 feet and in, but then she shows you the ability to step out and knock it down from three, and that you have to defend all the way out to 18, 20 feet. Good luck.
12 points now for Brenna Strokeland. Rodine down to Strokeland. Offensive foul call.
Oh, I don't know.
Take a look here.
That can't be. That cannot be a charge. I mean, in the restricted area, plenty of room in that restricted area. That is without a doubt a blocking foul or a no call. But she can step out and hit that too.
Strokeland, all-region player. She's got the complete package. Score on the inside and out. Under 20 seconds. Schuster out to Hornberger. Catch and shoot. Off the mark. All the way out to Leah Hetzel. Short. Schuster boards. Wilhelmy tries. Third three-point attempt of the possession is a charm.
And the third of the game for number 3.
It's a three-point game. Into the fourth we go. 34-31 Kinmare.
Region 8 is presented by Newtown Jack and Jill. Good luck from Newtown Jack and Jill. United Tribes Technical College. United Tribes Technical College would like to wish all the teams good luck in the Region 8 tournaments. Burke Divide Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Good luck to all area teams from Burke Divide and Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Four Bears Casino and Lodge. Play hard and go get that championship from Four Bears Casino and Lodge.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF,
Mike Zimmer and Kinmare. They were down 8-0 early in this game. The Honkers now with a 3-point lead as we head into the fourth quarter. It's the Region 8 semifinals here on Beck. Brenna Strokeland really starting to get it going. 14 points now. The winner of this game will play Newtown Thursday in the Region 8 championship game. Schuster drives, dishes across for Enander, and it's a Stanley turnover. Big time three by Wilhelmy to end the third quarter. Kinmare back with possession and momentum. Mache Miller, catch and shoot. Got it to go. 14 for Miller. Her and Strokeland combining for 28 of Kinmare's 39. Largest lead of the game for the Honkers. They've got a defensive rebound here now as well. Running the floor, Moline.
Down to Strokeland. Bounces it across. Back up top. Madison Moline. Short. And the rebound for Leah Hetzel. Enander. To Leah Hetzel. Hetzel. Back to Ava Schuster. Knocked away. Good defense there. Inside by Strokeland. A lot of movement going on in this possession here. Strokeland doubled. Outside. Long two. Off the mark by Offworth. Rebound. Put back no by Moline. She got the miss again. Back to Rodine. Moline lets it fly. Short. Finally a defensive rebound for Hornberger.
Yeah, Stanley's just fortunate there that they didn't give up any points because Kenmare got good look after good look, but all that matters in the end is the Blue Jays got the rebounds.
Rebound Wilhelmy. Got the layup to go. And that deficit back down to 6. Wilhelmy 14 to lead Stanley today. She's got a steal now as well. On the right side. Stops to Hetzel. Here's Ava Schuster. Travel on the perimeter.
Substitutions number 34, Rebecca Power.
Miller and Kenmare with a 6-point lead. As we head to another timeout, 5:16 to go. Feels like this one's...
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Kenmare is such a balanced team this year. They're more than just Strokeland. They've got Michelle Miller and company hitting 6 threes today.
They've just been awesome getting the ball out and knocking down threes. Miller's knocking down plenty of them. That's what she does on a nightly basis. But getting a lot of different players involved, and right now it's kind of been a low-scoring defensive battle today, but Kenmare a little bit of breathing room right now up by 6.
Strokeland and Miller each with 14 points. 28 out of Kenmare's 39. Moline back to Strokeland, knocked away by Schuster. Schuster only has 7 points, still fighting and making an impact out there for Stanley. Under 5 to go. Strokeland gets to her left hand, and an easy 2 for Brenna Strokeland.
Yeah, they're making it an effort to feed Strokeland down low, getting her some good looks on the inside. She knocked down a 3, but where her bread and butter is on the inside.
Wilhelmy back to Hetzel. Floater off the mark, and the rebound for Miller. Running the other way. Looking for the bounce pass. What a steal. Ava Schuster into the passing lane. Hornberger, pull up 3. In and out. That would have been a huge momentum boost. Instead, it stays at an 8-point advantage for Kenmare. Trying to beat Stanley for the 3rd time this season. and get back to the region championship game for the 3rd straight season. Miller missing the corner. Tapped out to Moline. Off fourth, double team. Outside, Moline 3, short again. And the rebound for Wilhelmy. Foul on the board, it's against Kinmare.
Stanley's offense has kind of gone stagnant a little bit, and down to the point where there's 3.5 minutes to go. It's an 8-point game. You're needing some baskets here, and I think you have to start looking through Ava Schuster. I know that she hasn't had the most efficient offensive day, but she averages over 20 a game. You want the ball to go through her hands one way or another.
Wow, what a pass, but Boer couldn't finish off the bullet inside by Wilhelmy. There's only 3 minutes left now. Stanley's starting to run out of time. Strokeland, deep post up. Bounces it across for Moline, and she's fouled. Kinmare with a loss. A couple of years ago in the region title to Trenton. Last year, beating Trenton in that title game, 52-50. Trying to hang on here the final 2:51 and get to the region championship again.
It's a Kinmare program that's just been really, really good the last few years, and we all talk about the championship that they won last year, but it was set in place before that. Things were in motion before just last season. Done a really good job of getting this program to where it's been.
Wilhelmy off the back cut. Not able to finish, and Stanley keeps possession. Good block shot there by the 8th grader off fourth. Wilhelmy powers up the shot and misses everything. Now a full court press for Stanley. Looking for a steal in the backcourt, and Miller is fouled. That's only the 5th team foul against Stanley. One more foul to give for the Blue Jays. Stanley only 2 points in this 4th quarter so far. Catch and shoot, Miller. No, but a foul on the 3-point attempt.
Yeah, it's really tough for Stanley because it was a good look for Miller, and you want to be able to contest the shot, but she was just right behind that 3-point line and kind of hit her across the wrist and end up with the foul on the 3-point shooter.
Brenna Strokeland, big part of this strong second half for Kinmare. 16 points, 5 rebounds inside. Miller missed the free throw. Been a tough day at the stripe for Kinmare. They're now 3 for 10. Miller and Strokeland a combined 31 out of Kinmare's 43. They've almost matched Stanley's scoring total. Hetzel with a rebound. Stanley needs some buckets, ideally some threes if you're a Blue Jays fan. Hornberger. Hetzel, long 3, no. And a rebound for off fourth. What a performance on defense today by Kinmare.
It really has been, and you know, Stanley jumped out to that 8-0 lead so early in the game, and ever since then, everything has been difficult for the Blue Jays. Kinmare's defensive performance today has been really impressive, and 1:40 to go. Stanley's just running out of time right now, Chris.
What a great season for Stanley. 10-13 record, but making it to this region semifinal. Putting up a great fight here in a very competitive game. Kenmare, meanwhile, looking to get into the region title for the 3rd straight season. They're up by 12 now. Largest lead of the game. Deep posts, and Boer able to draw the foul. And for Stanley, going to need a lot to go their way here down the stretch to make a comeback. But a nice result this season for them. Lost in the first round of the Region 8 tournament 6 of the last 7 years. This year they're battling to the end here in the semifinals. Time out on the floor.
Region 8 is presented by Newtown Jack and Jill. Good luck from Newtown Jack and Jill. United Tribes Technical College. United Tribes Technical College would like to wish all the teams good luck in the Region 8 tournaments. Burke Divide Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Good luck to all area teams from Burke Divide and Montreal Williams Electric Cooperatives. Forebears Casino and Lodge. Play hard and go get that championship from Forebears Casino and Lodge.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
A lot of happy Kenmare fans here at the Forebears Event Center. The Honkers more than likely 129 away from another Region 8 championship appearance. Newtown already cementing their spot in the Region 8 title game on Thursday at 7:30. Third place game at 6 o'clock on Thursday as well. Rebecca Boer, senior. Really nice game today for her. 6 points and 6 rebounds inside. Made that second free throw and a foul against Stanley. I mentioned the stat earlier. Worth mentioning again. It was a long stretch. After Kenmare made the state championship in 2011, it was their 3rd of 3 straight. There's a bit of a lull for the Honkers program. They didn't go better than 9-14 from 2012 to 2018. Mike Zimmer arrives, and in his first season, he's able to lead the team to an 18-win campaign. 78 now in 21 for Mike Zimmer as head coach.
Yeah, it's just remarkable what this program has been able to do. And they, like you said, the lull is a perfect word, because there was a handful of years in a row where, you know, they didn't win a ton of games. They weren't getting, you know, to the region championships or state tournaments, and they just struggled for a while. And Mike Zimmer has done such a good job coming in and turning this program into what it's been. You have to have great players, and he would be the first to tell you that, but also he's done a really good job of coaching them up and making this team, you know, a contender to win this region every single year.
This team lost 3 starters from last year, but actually 4, because Kate Zimmer, their starting point guard, tore her ACL. So they've been out 4 starters compared to last year's squad, and they're still 117 away from a Region 8 title game berth.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Kate Zimmer, junior starting point guard for Kinmare, and a brace on that left knee, tore her ACL. 5th game into the year. She was putting up some serious numbers. 10 points, 4 assists and 4 steals per game before she went down with that torn ACL, and they're still in the region championship game without her.
It took them a while to figure out things without her, as you can imagine when your starting point guard goes down and now you need somebody else to step into that role. It took them a while to flow together, to get into a groove. They lost a handful of games, but this team is playing really, really well, and it's at the time it matters most, obviously.
Yeah, and one thing that Kinmare head coach Mike Zimmer is really proud of is their tough schedule. 4 of their 7 losses are to top 10 teams in the state. 10th ranked Thompson, number 3 Central Cass, number 2 4 wins Minnewacan, and number 5 Garrison. Now, that's a lineup of teams there to lose to.
Yeah, it's some really, really good teams. And obviously they make that schedule before the season starts clearly, right? And that's kind of when you're expecting that you're going to have your starting point guard with you the whole season long. Now, she goes down with the injury. They don't have her for a majority of the season, but they still competed in those games. They still played one of the toughest schedules in the state, and that's why they have more losses this year than they did last year, is because of the teams that they were playing.
Hornberger hits the 3 for Stanley. And a timeout taken by Heath Hetzel. 55 seconds to go.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
Quick inbound by Kinmare, and they were fouled up by 12, 54 seconds to go. They're in the Region 8 semifinal.
That's Leah's third person.
Newtown awaits the winner of this game in the Region 8 championship on Thursday. Newtown will be looking for their first region championship since 2013, and it should be a heck of a crowd on hand. With this game, of course, being played in Newtown, Kinmare faithful always come out strong to support. Hornberger misses, and a foul on the rebound on Miller.
That's Catherine's fourth personal. No bonus. And Mache back at the line.
Chance for Kinmare to pad some stats here. Heath Hetzel and Stanley, 9 wins a year ago, lost in the first round. This year, 10 wins, and they lose in the semis. So they hope that they're on the rise, and they have reason to be optimistic. We talked a bit about it earlier, but you bring back Ava Schuster, who's only a junior, Clancy Hornberger, just a sophomore, ton of talent in the future for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players back, and Schuster's the big name, averaging 20 a game that you get back. But it's not just her. You bring back a couple starters. You're going to bring back some key bench players that played some valuable minutes this year that may turn into starters next year. So it's a Stanley team that's going to be good next year.
Catch and shoot off the mark by Katie Hennessy, the senior. And Stanley will not foul. Kinmare dribbles out the clock, and the Honkers take over in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. A 19-7 fourth for Mike Zimmer and Kinmare. The defending Region 8 champs are going back to the Region 8 title game. They will play Newtown tomorrow at 7:30. We'll wrap things up when we come back.
At Beck Communications, we've been planning for your future. Over the past decade, we've placed nearly 200,000 miles of dedicated fiber optics in the ground. Enough fiber optic strands to circle the world 8 times. Taking no shortcuts, we connected every home and business in our service area with dedicated fiber optics. It's your personal, unrestricted, unthrottled connection to the world. Best of all, this dedicated fiber means you do not share your connection. We call this intimate dedicated connection Beck Fiber.
Hey y'all, it's Trent on the loose. I'm a 6th generation farmer, husband, patriot, father. And as much as I'd love to just sit here under this shade tree and celebrate my own place on my front porch, truth of the matter is that people don't know who, where, and how is producing their food. So travel the country with Trent on the loose, and we'll find those interesting human interest stories behind the people that bring us the efficient food supply. Trent on the loose.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app, available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
It's now time for the post-game report, brought to you by Women's Way.
Kinmare wins it by 15. They're heading to the Region 8 title. Well, Noah, it was a close game heading into the fourth, 34-31, and the Honkers just took over.
Yeah, they did. They did a nice job on both ends of the floor, really limited any amount of good looks Stanley was getting on their end, and then Kinmare continued to get good look after good look. They were getting the ball inside. They were knocking down shots, and just a little bit too much and overpowered Stanley at the end. Great season for the Blue Jays. They get to play one more game in that third-place game on Thursday, but Kinmare with another chance to go to the state tournament, a chance to back-to-back years for the Honkers.
Yeah, it'll be third-place game, Divide County Stanley, Newtown Kinmare for the Region 8 championship. A key semifinal win for the Honkers. Give away our player of the game right now.
It's Bucks season. Perfect time to recognize loyal customers, show employee appreciation, and celebrate the victory. Your Bismarck Bucks season is coming quickly. Select your game day and bring your team to see our team. Plan early and be a part of what makes Bucks football great.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
Buy one, get one half price. 2022 Bismarck Bucks season tickets on sale now. Enjoy the excitement and support North Dakota's only pro team. Reserve your Bucks tickets today and bring the whole family. Why not? It's half price.
It's now time to announce the player of the game. Brought to you by Women's Way.
Mache Miller got it going early and often for Kenmare from inside and beyond the arc.
Yeah, great three-point shooter. Got the scoring going for Kenmare after they fell behind 8-0 to begin this game. She is a lethal three-point shooter. Knocked down a few today. Tremendous performance from the freshman tonight and helping this Kenmare team win in the semis again tonight and advance to the Region 8 title game.
21 points for Mache Miller, team high for Kenmare, the defending Region 8 champs. And Mache Miller, our Women's Way player of the game, are going back to the title to take on Newtown. That'll do it from us in day 2 of our coverage of the Region 8 girls basketball tournament from the Four Bears Event Center. From our entire Beck Sports crew, thanks for joining us. Patrick Conte and Scott Lurch, our camera operators here. Zach Hoffner, our director, back in our Beck studios with Cole Dennis. For my broadcast partner, Noah Reed, I'm Chris Clayton. Join us tomorrow. We have coverage of Minot State Division II men's basketball as they take on Southwest Minnesota State in the opening round of the Northern Sun Conference men's basketball tournament on Beck.
At Beck Communications, we've been planning for your future. Over the past decade, we've placed nearly 200,000 miles of dedicated fiber optics in the ground, enough fiber optic strands to circle the world 8 times. Taking no shortcuts, we connected every home and business in our service area with dedicated fiber optics. It's your personal, unrestricted, unthrottled connection to the world. Best of all,